again. We are at Monument finally. It's been a long time coming.
Certainly has.
It's been a very long time coming.
Too long.
I've been keeping an eye on the weather for the past couple of weeks, and I think everything's been forecast. And it's not too bad today, to be honest. Wind's blowing, well, hacking down this end. You're in 14.
Yep.
I'm next door in 15, and there's nobody in 16. So we've got quite a bit of water to ourselves. We stayed over last night in a travel lodge, and just because of the travel, gates open at 6:30, and we didn't fancy a 3 o'clock wake up call.
No, didn't fancy that at all.
Rods are out. Island spot for yourselves.
Ideal.
Yeah. So for those who haven't seen the first video, there's island there. Tight to that, I had fish from there last time I came in September a couple of years ago. And you've got a rope lining off your swims. So you've got one on the rope, one on the island.
Yep.
Happy with
Looking
that?
forward to it. Yeah, and feel quite confident with them both. We'll just have to see.
Yeah. I keep moving mine because all the fish are showing right in the middle. You could probably draw a line from one end to the other with the line that they're showing on, so I'm about to go and move mine. Again, yeah. I've cast out and I thought I was on the line, but I'm not, so I'm going to have to go move that. But it's quite difficult. I bought 14mm boilies. I've chosen the edge boilies because I've done well on them in here before. And the reason behind using them is that they're not advertised really. Every catch report's always Simply Red or Toffee or something. They don't really get a mention, so just want to try them and see how we get on really. But the fish moving. There's more ducks than there is carp around here at the minute.
Yeah, might be a few less by the time we finish.
Yeah, you might hear them in the background, they're just walking up now. But after you fished Monument 1 before me 2.5 years ago.
Yep, it was good, enjoyed it.
Yeah, differences lake wise, obviously you've only seen this lake once and that lake once, so what's your kind of comparison?
This one is certainly a lot bigger, and there's certainly a lot more space, and especially in between the actual pods themselves as well, there's a lot more space.
Yeah.
You know, and you feel that you're not like on top of each other.
Yeah, and I've said it before the last one, I think you're fishing your own bits of water. I think Monument 1 you're all opposite each other and you're fishing towards each other, where this one's a bit different.
Yeah.
But we'll show you a few bits. There's a duck eyeing up my crushed up boilie on the floor. There we go. Walk on. Yeah, so we'll just show you a few bits and bobs, and hopefully Bella's due out, so hopefully we have Bella.
Yes.
50 odd pound.
You know it's coming.
That'll do. Definitely windy. Hopefully it's not knackered the audio up, but we're doing our best with what we got. Anything before we move on?
Nope, just excited for the day and looking forward to it.
Yeah. Hopefully we have something, and if not, I'm sure we'll enjoy it regardless.
Definitely. And I think we need to go and rescue that bait.
Yeah,
the
that
coot's
duck.
already took it, and the other duck's eyeing it up now.
Yeah, it's got a ball at this duck, so it's obviously made through the walls, but yeah, we'll go stop the video and we'll rescue a bit, and hopefully I'll get my rod back out on the money, and the fish will be along the way very shortly.
Definitely.
Just to show you quickly through the rig I'm using just before I put a PVA stick on. It's tubing only on here, so tubing just through to a lead clip, and I'm just using the rig I always use. Just a D rig, fluorocarbon with a hand sharpened size 4 crank hook. I have a bit of missed tubing on there just to kick it away from the lead, and then I'm using some edge wafters that I bought last time I was here, and I've had them looking for a couple of weeks. So I'm just going to thread a stick of, I've had some wicked tuna in my freezer for ages, so I'm going to thread a stick onto there, cast it out hopefully first time on the money, and see what that does. There's a rig in its entirety. It's going to get out on the spot hopefully first time. I'm aiming for where I've seen showing fish just on that peg opposite, so give that a go, see how we get on. Perfect. And just the next round, just go. chuck it on the floor. Put it on a back leg just to keep my lines on the bottom. Give that about 20 minutes, then I'm going to try and get some boilies out there once the wind's dropped just a little bit. Boilies out.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yes. That's bigger than I thought it was. Yeah, that's bigger than I thought it was, that one. The width on that. Oh, that's big. Yeah. It's a high 20, if not a scrape of 30. I reckon. I want to start one. I'm going to try, if I can hook it easily, I'm just going to flick a single back out onto the baited spot. If it's still there, then I might get a quick eye, but if I can unhook it easy. I don't want to ride out.
Ah, now I found out the secret weapon, the lucky.
Even when you blessed it 3 years ago.
I blessed it 3 years ago and it's still working.
Lucky man's got blue. That won't come out anytime soon, that.
No.
Not in my hand, alright. Right, this fish better not free willy out the net now. So that was on one of the PVA sticks that I'm going to put back on and do it wrong, but I'm just going to fire it out. You never know. I mean, that wasn't where I caught that one from, but it's in the it's the triple area. Wait to it. My little pig.
Oh, that is. It's bigger than what I thought.
I'll go around this way.
Okay.
Well, if that's not 30, it's not far off there, I don't think. It's a really weird shape. It's really
Very belly.
a little pig. Quite got like some. It's got a real wrinkly head.
So what are you doing, Raf, and why are you doing it?
It's got some propolis for a fiver off eBay. Its mouth pristine, but it's got a little nick. I always like to treat them. So it's a little bit of propolis on. A bit of water. Over it just seals it off nice. I'll hoist her up. Don't know what. I like to know how much it's called. Obviously, how heavy it is before I picture so. That's before I give it some water. Anyway. scales. There we go. I'll put that way so I can read it. I'll fiddle myself. Sounds wrong that.
That did sound
Not in that way. $31.15. I'll have to get a new. I have a wall where I have £30 on it home, so it's a new frame picture. Right. At least I'm not getting proper wet.
So you're putting water on for what?
Just keep it hot. I mean, it's not hot today, so it doesn't particularly, but it doesn't do any harm. When you're taking pictures, if you give it a bit of water, it always looks better on your pictures as well. I'm not telling people to suck eggs, and I'm no expert, but I don't catch many fish, but hands underneath. Right hand I've got on the ear and up front, and then that one just round the peck and roll up. There we are. It's got a lovely tail as well, got a bit of a catch to it. Really smooth. Got an ant on it. Well worth it. And that's why we come to Monument. That's why we're coming. Doing it again. Probably an hour after the last fish. And I'm saying clear that this is bigger. 100% this is bigger than the last one.
Is it, Bella? Dun dun dun.
This is like
Massive.
yeah. Honestly, I think this is massive.
We could be in for a PB. Just in time to get wet.
This is on its own.
So he obviously means business, the hat's come off.
See, got real dark all of a sudden. I'm just trying to wear my cap because my hairdresser's butchered my hair.
Close up on the haircut.
I used to have a fringe. Oh no. Oh. I think I fouled it.
It still counts.
No, it doesn't. Oh, I fouled it, I think.
Are you sure?
Well, I think that's why I couldn't get it up. No, the lines went round it, I fouled it. No, I fouled it. Don't count. Oh, that's why it's fighting so hard. Hey, watch out, I'll grab it.
Well done.
Yeah, don't count though. Don't count. That's why I thought it was bigger, because it's up in the side. Oh, that's a rarity, is that? That is rare. Well, it can't really be helped, I suppose, but it's a first. I've never foul hooked a carp when I've just had my rig out there, but shows they're out there. I'll get my rods back out and hopefully I'll hook one of them out next time. Really, again, it has been a nuts couple of hours. I've never had fishing like this.
Hopefully this is a real one this time.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to count, and it's not up to the tail or the body. Absolute screaming run that
Was, wasn't it?
same spot. I'm putting my bait out now. I've put out that rod with the mesh bag of. We've cummed up some boilie earlier, which I'll show you probably tomorrow now. It's a bit dark, but I'll show you that. And my special hook bait dip is 40. I've cut that down last one, but I think if I catch 40, I'll show you.
So remember, you heard that first. If it's over 40, he'll tell you his secret ingredient.
I'm using Outlaw Pro Banoffee hook bait dip, and I've soaked these bastards in it that I've had for ages anyway. But I've been adding a little something to it, which isn't my own idea. I'm not going to claim it, I've nicked it off somebody else. But it's done me a lot of fish. Well, not a lot of fish, but provided it's not hooked other than in the mouth, it feels like a good fish. But who knows? It might be hooked anywhere. I mean, it's the carpiest weather that you could ever possibly wish for. Nice week in May, and they've got a warm wind blowing into our faces, and it has been all day. Overcast, a bit drizzly at times. I said to you today on the way here, I said this is the carpiest weather you could ever wish for. And it's a full moon tonight.
The stars are aligned, brother.
Every time I've come fishing with you, the weather's always been absolutely spot on. This might take a while, so I'll catch up with you in a bit when it's a bit closer to the night. Really suck on that line.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
I need that backwood to drop off the list.
Well done, Raf.
What a mess that is. But it's hooked in the mouth.
So it counts.
It counts. And it's a linear. And I love a linear. However, this is going to be a right pain.
So why'd you like a linear?
It's a nice looking fish. This is going to take me ages, so I'll catch up with you in a bit when I've got it sorted. I've had to just cut all my lines. I was saying to that. I've hand lined in my other rig. There's all sorts going on in here. And just make sure all the rigs are out of the water, and I've just cut all my lines off.
So
Just so it's I mean, that's all in there. I mean, that's part of using backlead. You do get these tangles sometimes, but
beautiful fish.
there it is. I don't know how big it is. Maybe high teens, 18, 19, possibly something like that. Lovely looking linear. The other side's just as pretty. I'm guessing about 18, ain't we? 19.2.
Absolutely brilliant. Really like this monument too. It's the first time I've done it. Very challenging. A lot more space though, and yeah, I've really enjoyed today. It's been really good, especially the last hour with you. It's like being flipping, clapping jumps and then being able to stop backwards and forwards.
Yeah,
Really exciting.
it's been a busy. It's been 5 and about 8,
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
So a couple of 2.5 hour spell of just carnage.
Yeah, literally carnage.
But yeah, good. Hopefully it was good viewing. It was very entertaining to be a part of, and catching a couple of lovely fish.
Yeah.
We've you're allowed fires. Oh, I can't get my camera right. Gone backwards. fire pit on. We've had the national barbecue. Rain's holding off for the time being. Yeah. I'll show you what I'm doing tomorrow, and we'll go a bit more tactical and fishing orientated. And, show you what my secret tactic is if you stay tuned.
Definitely.
And only if you subscribe as well. Subscribe and I'll tell you.
Yeah, subscribe and give it a like down below.
Right, I'll catch you in the morning, providing nothing happens in the next couple of hours.
And we promise we'll sort his fringe out in morning as well.
Yeah, someone's got a fringe to borrow, since my barber butchered my hair the other day. So it's just to show you through what I've been doing my hook baits, which has been successful for, well, this year really, since March. Kind of got bites out of nowhere, as you see yesterday. It's done really well. So what I am doing, my secret tactic. So I've got some Outlaw Pro Banoffee dip. Really thick, gloopy stuff you might see in the bottle. So what I've been doing with that, and I'm not going to claim it as my own idea because I've nicked it off one of Mark Holmes' video that he did a couple of weeks back, is go on eBay and buy some citric acid powder type thing. It's in like human form bag thing, but you can use it for whatever you use citric acid for, I don't really know. But you get a bag, I think I got 500 grams for £5, and put some in your dip. I just use a teaspoon, put in, there's no exact measurements, but it looked enough. And then I've put some in my spray. As you can see, I've used 2/3 of a booster spray, and I've put it in that, and it changes your colour. So obviously working. Bit of a liner behind me. So it's kind of gone the same colour, even though they're two completely different sprays. We've got the Squid and Octopus, which is brand new, which I'm going to be using because I'm running out of the Attract Natural. So I put citric acid in them, and it takes a while to completely dissolve into the liquid, and then helps your hook baits. So they're the Edge wafters that I bought in 2021, and they were really buoyant. So I've had them soaking in just random goo, not goo, just like some, I think it was S7 DNA liquid for a year or 2 years, near enough. Dried them out the other day. I put them just out, it was quite a sunny day, windy, put them out and dried them. So I had like a skin of the liquid around them. Then I have put some Banoffee dip with my acid powdery in, and then let them dry, and then sprayed it with the booster spray, just so it's got that complete coating of it on. And the theory behind that, I'm not going to explain it fully because I'm not going to make Mark Holmes' idea. But it's to change the pH level of your bait, so it stands out differently, and the fish react more to a different pH level of bait, hook bait, than it does for normal loose feed, is the gist of it. And that has worked an absolute treat this year. So it's one to just take note of, give it a go. Have a look at Mark Holmes' video. I think he did it on the NutriBaits channel. It's only about 10 minutes long, so it's worth a watch because it's caught me fish where I probably wouldn't have caught last year. I was saying to Matt last year, I kind of wouldn't have made the effort to move or try new things. I kind of stuck to what I know I didn't do very well. Trying those little sticks I've showed you, trying different hook baits. The Outlaw products have been great, so have a check out on their website, and hopefully it'll pay dividends for yourselves and get you a couple more bites. So just going to go through, a few people have asked me about quick tips for Monument. Obviously I fished it not regularly, but I've fished it a fair enough bit to know about the water. We have only second time here, but what I have found is I prefer oily only approach. I was saying about like the 30 I had earlier, that doesn't eat maize or hemp by the shape of it, it eats boilies. And my average size of fishing here is generally quite good. Just using boilies, say I've had 4 fish out of here, 2 have been 30s. Same in Monument, half my fish have been 30s in there. And granted, I haven't fished it that much, to be honest with you. And I see a lot of people spotting, using particle, all that kind of thing. I just don't think they're having it. I just think boilie approach only. And especially using a throwing stick. Matt asked me yesterday if I could just take one bit of fishing gear with me. That's obviously other than your hooks and your rods and stuff. And I said pillow, but I'm going to change my mind. I want to save my throwing stick. Just because I haven't seen anybody else using one while I've been here. For the 6-7 sessions I've had on Monument, I haven't seen anybody else using them. I need water. No. He's got this guy next to me, he's got the same tone of alarms as me, so I keep hearing him go off. Yeah, so use a throwing stick. One at a time, spread it out, you make no disturbance whatsoever. And on pressured waters like this, it just kind of gives you the edge. And I have also found that liquids work well on boilies. So I bought some, I was going to get some beta stim, but they ran out. So I've got the hydrolyzed fish extract liquid. Just poured it over the boilies, let it soaked in, and it's just formed like a nice skin of dried liquid around the boilie, just for that extra bit of attractant. And I was saying to my fishing's like a percentage game. It's just doing things that other anglers aren't doing and just getting those little gains, and you've got to try them to know that they work, and they have for me this session. So just dare to be different on here, keep things simple, don't make a disturbance, and I'd avoid spotting. That's my personal preference, and I'm sure people will argue otherwise, but for those coming on anytime soon, they're my little tips. We're just having a gradual pack down, which is probably all good because it started raining. Just thought I'd show you around the peg, because this is 15 where I've been fishing. My bites, if you come, there's an aerator out there in line with peg 8 is where I've been fishing. I just think of the numbers then. Show you down the bank. For those who are coming and might want to book these pegs. This is 16, which I didn't really think had much features, but then you've got the 2 aerators out there. And you've kind of got a long margin to your left, just down there. Maybe got another hour or so before we're heading home, so hopefully we have another bite. But if not, it's been one of those cracking sessions I want to remember. So we are all just about packed up. We'll be going home within the next probably half an hour or so. Most of the wranglers have gone. It's only me, Matt, and I think one other here. I'm surprised really. I don't see why people go home as early as, I think it was about 7:30, 8 o'clock this morning. People were going home all the way through to about dinner time, so when you're paid for 36 hours and you've got a full day ahead of you, but more room for us, I suppose. It was quite warm actually. It's probably the warmest day of the year so far, and then it went cloudy and rained quite heavily, and the fish were all over the place. They're jumping all over, and now it's kind of heated up a bit. They've disappeared, but good session. Very, very good session. If I'd have been offered a 30 and a 19, and even though I fouled up one, it's something to do before I came, and yeah, absolutely, I'd snap your hand off. Just shows the kind of benefit of watching the water cast into fish. I'm not sure if I mentioned it when I was playing the big fish, or the 30 pounder, but I moved my rods off the island to a showing fish in line with peg 8, and that's where I had it from, should I say, to the right of the aerator. So paid dividends really. If I'd have just sat back and not done anything, I'd still been fishing the island and possibly not had anything. So, you know, it's one of those things where the little kind of percentages all add up, and it's just all these stars have aligned, if that's the right word for it, and just it's worked for me this session. But as always, I'm hopefully going to come back on Monument at some point in the near future. I would hope probably September time realistically. But anybody got any questions, always happy to help. If you're coming on here and you're fishing 15 or 16, I can kind of maybe put you on direction. I won't take my word as the gospel, but something helps. Yeah, like, subscribe, all the usual stuff helps us go a long way, and it's much appreciated. And like reading all your comments and what you have to think. If you got any suggestions or improvements, let us know. But until then, not sure the next vlog will be, but keep your eyes peeled, and I'm sure there'll be one coming your way soon. Thanks everyone.